Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? It's where a small change in one thing can result in a huge difference later on. Today, I want to share with you a case of the butterfly effect that I witnessed firsthand. Coming up on The Art of Bowling. Hi, I'm Coach Arthur, and welcome back to The Art of Bowling, your resource for tips, tricks, and techniques to help you bowl your best. Today, we're going to look at a bowler I see each week at one of my morning leagues. Her name is Yaya. Now, in Yaya's case, her most obvious issue is her balance. She's always falling off her shot to the right. As far as I know, many have tried to help her fix this balance issue to no avail. No one could help her? I do love a challenge.
Challenge accepted.
So one day after league play, I approached Yaya so I could take a crack at balancing her at the line. She agreed, and the following week after league, I watched her roll a few down the lane. As we can tell, when she releases the ball, she steps off to the right, even before the ball is off her hand. And she lacks control of her ball. Sometimes she misses left and sometimes she misses right. And it looks like her fingers and thumb come out of the ball all at the same time.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
This is happening because she can't stay behind the ball. Now this is where the butterfly effect comes into play, because what I've also noticed at the beginning of her delivery, on her first step, she's stepping to the right, putting her hip in the way of her arm swing, making the ball swing too far outside, and making her start to fall off balance right from the start. So if we have hips that get in the way of a straight arm swing, we need to get our hip out of the way. The way to do that is to cross over your first step, which Yaya was not doing. So that's exactly what I asked her to do. And here's the result of that one small change in her approach. Now we should go off a little bit, but that's okay. These two rolls are literally one right after the other. After all that hype about nobody being able to help her, I spent 5 minutes with Yaya and asked her to change one thing in the beginning of her approach. Everything fell in line after that. Notice the crossover, which moves her hip out of the way, allowing a much straighter swing. And notice how her hand is really starting to stay behind the ball better, allowing the thumb to get out of the ball before her other two fingers, which is making control of the ball much easier. She even got a little bit more forward roll, which gives her a little more power. Yaya even made mention of the sound the pins make when the ball hits the pocket. All that from a simple change in the first step. Is Yaya happy with the way she rolls the ball now? Yeah. In fact, she was so happy with this improvement, tears started to well in her eyes. Always glad to help a bowler in need. Challenge accepted, challenge accomplished. Now this isn't the last improvement we'll be making to Yaya's game. We've discussed her goals for her game and where she'd like to get it to. And her improvements so far have given her the motivation she needs to push towards her goals. So how's your balance? Are you falling off your shot? Control issues, not staying behind the ball? Think of Yaya and the butterfly effect. See if what you're doing in the beginning of your approach may be affecting how you finish. And speaking of finish, I think we're done here. Thanks for watching and see you on the lanes.